It has been for decades that cities have been formulating urban regeneration policies, trying to improve their physical, economic, and environmental state, making them more livable and reclaiming their infrastructure legacies. Urban regeneration aims to address economic problems, deindustrialization, demographic changes, infrastructure and physical deterioration, and social tensions. What have we learned in the process of tackling these questions? What critical skills do cities and regions need to further acquire? Albert Einstein is quoted to have said, "If I had an hour to solve a problem and my life depended on the solution, I would spend 55 minutes to determine the proper question." The point he makes is important. Defining a problem has great value to problem solving. We also believe that questions are more powerful for engaging people than principles. Posing a question immediately signals to others that their perspective matters, and we want to engage them in co-creation rather than to sign a manifesto. We have therefore asked diverse European experts and stakeholders to stir our thoughts and imagination with powerful questions. Stakeholder and community engagement is one of the critical aspects of leadership, particularly when urban planning and reclaiming urban legacy is at stake. Your city's or organization's relationship with your stakeholders will change over time, and you will face different issues at varying difficulty levels. However, by learning how to identify your key influencers, how to avoid blind spots and biases, getting to know your stakeholders, and empowering your community, you will be able to have productive collaborations and grow deeper relationships. To help you delve into the issue, we have invited European experts and stakeholders to ask some critical questions for discussion, because we believe that questions are more powerful in engaging people than principles.
Does it make a difference if you are a member of a small town with 20,000 inhabitants, or if you are part of a capital city with 2 million inhabitants? So can you transfer practical knowledge from projects in Sofia to Shavash, for example?
Engaging with stakeholders could result in dealing with conflicting points of view. How would you create a shared language within different perspectives, leading to a coordinated action of the different points of view?
Can low community engagement be explained by lack of information or promotion only? Why and why not?
Does it make a difference whether the representatives of the quadruple helix approach that we are using in Agora, if they are situated nearby to your city or to your local spot, or whether you have to find them somewhere else, hundreds of kilometers away?
When was the last time you had difficulties engaging with your stakeholders? What did you learn from that experience?
Regional capacity assessment is a challenging but vital undertaking and is part of a robust and interactive policy of urban development and regeneration and a useful implementation process. It enables regional actors to address their capacity needs and gaps, to set appropriate regeneration objectives, and to identify steps needed to deliver on them.
When you measure collective capacity, for instance the capacity of a city, what exactly do you assess? Do you engage different levels of capacity, individual, organizational, societal? Which of them is most important?
Regional capacity assessment is a process. Does this process require a leader? Who or what type of actor should take the lead, and why?
When you are starting the urban regeneration process and the capacity assessment shows some shortcomings in the needed resources, for example in human, knowledge or financial resources, how do you usually proceed?
When you assess regional capacities, do you assess the capacity at present or at prospective, keeping in mind all the upcoming young professionals?
One of the aims of the Agora project is to strengthen public administration capacities towards a stronger response for urban regeneration initiatives in the Danube region. What key capacities already exist within your organization, and what additional capacities may be needed to reach your desired objectives?
Regional and urban territorial development aims to reduce spatial differences in living standards within their boundaries. The policy mix is complex, combining infrastructure measures with social policies that support human development, and investment in regulatory policies, environmental concerns, placemaking, and identifying place-specific needs.
How to integrate the knowledge and expertise of local bottom-up initiatives into the planning process. This is something, in my experience, that is easier said than done, although very important.
How do you use urban territorial development as a vehicle for spatial justice and as a tool for overcoming socio-spatial inequalities?
How do you facilitate a place-sourced dialogue for cultural regeneration?
Is it possible for cities to have fair spatial planning and not investing in the city centers and privileged territories only?
How powerful tool is spatial planning in supporting regional and urban territorial development, and what are the benefits of successful spatial planning in your city?
Urban regeneration for and through culture is a very broad field with numerous variances and corresponding diverse organizational structures, business and financial models. Business and financial models are sometimes mistakenly used as synonyms, although they are not. Designing business models is not a standalone process. It is embedded in a larger strategy. Today, especially in the European context, there is a continued need for innovations for the valorization of cultural heritage, in particular with respect to business models. Such innovative approaches can be powerful drivers for the strengthening of cultural diversity and for the development of entrepreneurship, as well as for growth, jobs, and social inclusion.
The financial and business model analysis refers to the costs and benefits related to the implementation, usage, and sustainability of an urban regeneration project, as well as its impact on the involved stakeholders. How will the urban regeneration project be financially sustained?
There are many examples of unsustainable facility development, such as expensive, underutilized construction. What measures should you take to avoid that? How do urban zoning, urban mobility, and other areas define your financial solutions?
My question for you is, how would a business model differ if you looked at it as a taxpayer or as a project manager?
For the topic about financial and business models, my question would be, so what is the relationship between these two concepts? I think the answer to this question is essential, precisely because these two concepts are often used interchangeably, quasi as synonyms, but in reality, they are quite different, and their exact relationship to each other has to be explored to be able to use them effectively as a tool.
Urban regeneration is a way to reorganize, upgrade, and improve existing places rather than planning new urbanization. However, technical solutions are not enough to achieve sustainable urban regeneration. This goal requires bringing together a variety of clashing agendas at different levels and across sectors in order to achieve coherence and long-term solutions.
Securing the long-term sustainability of a regeneration project requires institutional support to create an enabling system, one that aims to empower the social actors involved. What could you list as the possible frameworks explored by your local administration to create the needed support within and outside the institution?
Legacy cities are often saddled with aging infrastructure. How do you reconcile infrastructure legacy with sustainability?
Why do you think people avoid questions about sustainability?
What is more important, universal approach with presumed high transferability, or should we focus on continuity in responsible heads and minds? How do you know the time is right?